Okay, my interest just got sparked with the ending of this episode. Kino burns the Japanese history textbook that our main male character has. For instance, now, Nobunaga doesn't know that he will possibly die in the end of the Warring States era. Right there, what this ending does, is pretty much, it sets up a lot of different things. For instance, now, we have to question and wonder, is our main male character going to die at the end of this series? Because, with the burning of the Japanese textbook, it makes it to where our main male character is going to have to use his brains, political strategy. He can't actually know what's going to happen in the future, and at the exact same time, he has a possibility of falling into the same errors that Nobunaga really did. The big thing here is, I've noticed in the past couple episodes, is that our main male character, Saburo, is Nobunaga. For instance, he is him. He is doing the exact same events as him. And so the more I see the episodes go on, the more I feel like it is certain he is being set up for death later on in this series. So, now we're on that line. We're treading that line of, oh my god, is he going to be able to go back to his history, like his real time, or is he really going to die? That's the big thing right now, because in this, right at the end, when Kino burns that textbook, it really shifts everything. It shifts everything, because now we don't know what will happen. None of us probably know what will happen. I mean, a couple of Chibits have been telling me that they're kind of messing around with the history a little bit, but at the exact same time, they're kind of sticking true to it. And so, this right here brings up the entertainment value a lot for me, because now I am interested to find out exactly what will happen, because if I was Saburo, okay, if I was in his position, I would have already have read that textbook like 5 to 10 times, but I mean, I guess not. He's never been the studying type, as we can clearly see from the beginning of this series. But, I mean, you'd think if you're, playing as Nobunaga and you're in the past, wouldn't you want to read the fucking history book? I mean, I would have, but I mean, I guess he didn't want to. I mean, for plot conveniences in of itself. That's the only thing I can really complain about in this series, okay? The plot convenience of that book being burnt, and the plot convenience of our main male character not reading that history book. That's the main problem I see, but besides that, all-around fucking great episode because of what it set up. Now, as I've said many times already in my reviews, I don't know what will happen. I just know the ending conclusion of this entire story of Nobunaga. Also, at the exact same time, I've heard bits and pieces of the different things that happened in this episode. For instance, the fortress that was built in under a night. That right there fucking took me by surprise, okay? I saw an example of this, like the fortress that was built in under, like, one night in Drifters. The Drifters manga that's made by the same mangaka of Hellsing, which I have done reviews on every single chapter of Drifters. Pretty much, they did the exact same example. They used, like, Nobunaga that built this fucking giant fortress and burnt it in under a night. I mean, that's exactly what it showed in the Drifters manga, so I actually was shocked to see this example in this episode and see that this is actually real history. It makes me think back to the course of history, okay? I'm guessing how amazing Nobunaga was as a character. I mean, think about this for a second, okay? Yeah, there's multiple manga that reference the events, okay? And of course, history, is pretty much written down. For this man, Nobunaga, to make a fucking fortress, well, he didn't physically make it, but I mean, come up with the idea and stuff like that, to make a fortress in under a night is fucking ridiculous. It is. It really is ridiculous. So, you gotta think about this. Nobunaga in history was an amazing person, as we can clearly see, and I love the different things we're getting to see about, like, the events transpiring around him. It really opens my eyes up to the history that happened in the past. I mean, of course, it's not gonna be historically accurate. There's gonna be some things that are, completely added in as filler, some events that are changed, but it's good getting to see a different perspective on this story, and it's really entertaining. This series is so fucking good, and I wish more people would give it a chance, because animation doesn't make this. What makes this series is the foreshadowing, the despair, the tension, the stuff going on. I mean, there's so much build-up in this, I can feel it going on, and it's hard to believe that this is actually a kind of based on a true story. So, tell me your thoughts about this episode of Nobunaga. I mean, did you fucking think this was good? I mean, I know this was a great episode in my eyes because of the entertainment value brought to me, even the way the ending was, getting to see how he took down a freaking castle like a Fortress Mino with, just political arrangements, like a political warfare. That was really cool. I like how he did that. So, tell me your thoughts, everybody. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? And what do you feel about Kino, this dude that's trying to sneak into Oda's family and probably cut off his head at the very end? How do you feel about that? Do you think he's going to be able to kill Oda Nobunaga? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.